I'm going to do today is I'm going to endeavor to use this new equipment that I have. I hope you all can hear me. And if you can't, tell me in the chat, okay? I hope you can. First of all, man, let's express some concern for the individuals on the coast, man. We uh, getting some bad weather ourselves, especially in Louisiana, man. We are once again having a natural disaster that's going to profoundly affect a lot of people, and so it's necessary that we send some concern, some well wishes their way. Hopefully, everyone is secure. Hopefully, the individuals that needed to get out got out in time. Hopefully, things are going well all around. I had to say that because that was on my mind this morning, uh, along with a lot of other things. As I mentioned, though, we have some new equipment, and I'm trying to get it together. There are several things that this new soundboard is able to do, but I guarantee you that I'm going to make sure that I master it so that the live streams will become better and better. Okay, so now I was having an interesting conversation with a family member, and really, the conversation stemmed around whether an individual, because of knowing you, because of being an acquaintance of yours, whether or not they deserve to have certain things done for them. And so that particular conversation continued for a little while, and then it really got me to thinking because really we live in a society now where most people feel like they deserve certain things. They deserve it. Uh, they hadn't put in any effort, any work, nothing. But they deserve other individuals' resources. They deserve your time. Maybe they deserve certain things that they themselves wouldn't give up. So now, before we get a little further into the conversation, what actually does that mean when you say someone deserves something? But there's the Webster's definition of it. It means do something or have or show qualities worthy of. So whether it's a reward or a punishment, then you've done something or you showed a quality that's worthy of either a reward or a punishment. But now, if you notice about that definition, it mentions that there's something that you do. Okay, and so I think that's where the confusion lies, whether or not an individual deserves something. Because think about that for a second. You have to do something in order to receive that reward or that punishment, right? So to say that you deserve is to acknowledge that you had to do something first of all in order to gain what you needed. So a lot of time when people say that I deserve this or I deserve that, we're going to disqualify those times when an individual has not done anything, no work, no nothing. They hadn't hit a lick at a stick or a snake, as my father would say. They've done absolutely nothing, and yet they come into a situation and they deserve. They deserve. Does that sound like to you that that person is very intensely occupied with themselves? Me, I. It sounds rather selfish, doesn't it? And that's the reason why I felt the need to make this particular live this morning because there has to be a distinction in the way that we think. Okay, there has to be a distinction. I can't say I deserve anything if I hadn't put in the necessary effort for it. I'll give you an example. Uh, this morning, right? You walk into your place of work if you're going to work this morning. For those that can't, we understand because of the inclement weather here, but you walk into your boss's office this morning. And let's qualify the situation by saying that you have only been at this particular job for a month. And so you walk into your boss's office, I deserve a raise. What do you think will happen to you? But we'll leave that to your imagination. But suffice to say, it's not going to be good because you haven't done anything. What work have you done in the month to deserve a raise? Right? So I think we need to shift our attitude. We need to shift it. And I would replace the word deserve with a more fitting word. Here it is here. Not only do I think that this is a fitting word, I think that this is something that we need to put into our vocabularies, each and every one of us. The word is earn. Now, what's the definition of earn? To gain deservedly in return for one's behavior or achievement. Do you see the point? Deservedly. You get this because you deserve it, right? But now, why do you deserve it? Look at the last part of the definition. In return for one's behavior or achievement. So now we have the word deserve in the right context because we understand what it means to earn. So the work that's involved is proof that you are trying to earn. There has to be work, there has to be effort, there has to be some resource that you're giving up in order to gain something else. You can never walk into a situation. I don't care if it's in a relationship, I don't care if it's in a business deal, I don't care whatever you're doing. You can never walk into a situation and feel that you have uh or that you deserve something and you hadn't done anything to earn what it is that you're working for or looking for. Uh so many times you hear people say, "Well, I deserve this and I deserve that," without, like I mentioned, without putting any work in. That's unrealistic and quite selfish, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. But now notice that very last part of the definition for deserve, I mean for earn, is you get these things in return for your behavior or your achievements, your accomplishments. So now let's go back to that particular instance, that scenario that I gave you. All right, I got my cousin in the building. What's going on? You good, Dean? That's a good word for it, Dean. Entitlement. Entitlement is feeling that you deserve something that you have not worked for. Entitlement. Thank you, Dean. That was a good word, man. But now, if you look at that last part of the definition for earn, so what you're doing, your behavior, positive behavior, leads to achievement. You set a goal, and through positive behavior, you're able to achieve that goal, right? So, positive behavior, achieving your goal, it all involves work. It all involves putting something out there in an attempt to gain something else. Now, I've seen this especially when it comes to individuals' approach to relationships, because what I've noticed is that, especially on some of the YouTube videos that I look at, I've noticed especially that there is this thought that because an individual had a difficult past or because they've had to deal with difficulties with the opposite sex, that they deserve something better. They deserve it. Now, I don't disagree with the notion that a person should have someone treat them in the way uh, that they want to be treated. I don't disagree with that. But now, to deserve something, you have to earn it, right? We just looked at that definition. After you worked hard to put yourself in a certain place, to gain ground, as it were, now you deserve it. You put the work in. So if an individual is coming to you as far as a relationship is concerned, and they have done the work to make themselves the best possible version of who they are, then of course they deserve someone that's on the same page with them. And that's why having the same goals in life is so very important when it comes to anything that you do. If you have a business partner, if this is your spouse, if this is your sister or your brother, uh, y'all need to have some goals that y'all have in common. Because if you have goals that you have in common, then that means you're working toward the same thing. And if you're actually putting in that work, then in reward for your hard efforts, in reward for the hard work that you've done, you deserve to be compensated. But you only deserve after you've earned. Does that make sense? You're on the job, okay? You're working, you're working hard for those 40 hours, right? So at the end of the week, per se, let's say you get paid weekly. You earn a paycheck because you've done the 40 hours faithfully. So you deserve to be paid. Does that make sense? Same way in the relationship. You continue to earn, and then you deserve something in return. But all of the situation involves work. And another reason why, because we were looking at, as we were going through town, my daughter and my mom, we were looking at all of the signs that people have that they're hiring. Then, we're hiring. I want you all to think about something, and I want you to be very honest with yourselves. At some point, the aid that's being given because of the pandemic is going to run out, right? And I think that the better thought about this situation and any situation that you're going is that you're going to put forth effort to earn. My father used to say all the time that nothing is for free. Nothing is. So anything that you're given is going to have a price tag attached to it. But if you have put forth the work to earn the things that you need, then there will never be any inconsistencies when it comes to how you feel about how you achieved this certain thing, how you gained it. You know how you gained it. You gained it because you put in the proper work. You did exactly what you needed to do in order to obtain what you wanted. You see what I mean? And that's the attitude I think that really will give you self esteem. It'll cause you to think more of yourself because you realize now that you're able to obtain the things that you need with your own hands. Now, brothers, I'm especially talking to you all on this particular point. The power of being able to go out and get the resources that your family needs with your own hands is something that you cannot underestimate. I know with me personally, being able to do that, being able to pay what needs to be paid, whatever bills come in, and to provide the things that your children need, your family needs, it's empowering because as men, that's our general feeling about things. That's the way that we work. That's the way we're wired to be a protector and a provider. And when you fulfill either one of those particular roles, then it gives you a boost in manhood. Now you're here. Now you're here. And then not to mention the fact that you are fulfilling your responsibilities in life. Now you might not be good at a whole lot of things. I'm not. I'm not. But to be able to provide for your family and yourself is something that you should be proud of. It's something that you can do, and it's something that should give you a boost of manhood. You should be thankful for the fact that you can procure what you need with the work of your hands. So I think in that particular aspect, it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing to think about whether you deserve something or whether you're going to earn it. Now, one is, as Dean mentioned, a sense of entitlement. The other is a positive look at work itself. I'm going to put forth the effort to work and get what I need as opposed to waiting for someone to hand it to me because I deserve it. See, that particular notion is not one you need to subscribe to. Every day that you get up and work, every day that you get up and put forth a positive effort to get what you need is a day that you can be proud of. And so that's what I'm advocating this morning, being proactive, being willing to work so that you can see the benefits for yourself and those around you. That's the way that you can build upon the feeling that you have about yourself. Like we say, you might not be able to do a whole lot, but there's something within your grasp that you can do that will most definitely add to your self esteem and your self respect. I've always been an individual that believed in hard work, because the things that you want in life can only be gained through hard work. That's the only way you can get them. And so I think that that's a good thought for this morning. Once again, man, we express our concern for the family that's on the coast. We hope everybody was all right. They were able to shelter or move. I talked to a guy this morning. I was out handling a little business, and he mentioned that he had some relatives that were there, but they were able to get out safely. So I think that uh, in lieu of the times, man, we all have to be careful because you never know when a particular situation like that might befall you. Like I mentioned, we hope that everything went well for them. We appreciate you coming back and tuning in. Hopefully, this was a positive discussion that will help fuel you for the rest of the week. That's actually our intention when we do these shows on Monday. If you notice, we are going live on YouTube as well as Facebook because I think that there's enough negativity floating around. There's enough naysayers floating around. I think on Monday you need somebody telling you something that's going to help you to stay positive the rest of the week, and that I have taken upon myself. So We hope that everything goes well for you this weekend. Now, listen, uh, you know how we end this thing. Please do something positive, and you know that something positive will come back to you in greater measure. So I'm advocating for that. Do something positive this week, man. Find something that maybe you've never done before. Try it out, and I guarantee you, you'll benefit from it. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Be easy.